We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
And that's definitely the way you get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he'll lose yardage here. Back. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now it's Nix. And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. Does the big boy have the juice? Through the middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Fumble return and a Saint touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now it's Wilson. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And you look at the Saints defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
To throw is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
This defense for the Broncos, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Bradler wants to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Kamara up the middle. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The Saints at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Wilson. He'll get this out to his running back, P.Y. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There's Chris Olave, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jerome Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no run back here. That's going to be... And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Wilson. That one out wide and intercepted. Some strong running at the 20. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. This now a 3rd and 4. Wilson will throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Rattler. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
To the air is Rattler. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Chris Olave, 38 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This will be taken at the 10. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now Rattler. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the...
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Rattler. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Down to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score 6-41, Broncos 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with P-Run. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Mims in motion right. Now it's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing a 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Wilson's pass intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 21-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
First down, they go back to Pirine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to.
Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, but he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. The busy night continues for Kamara. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rattler wants to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And Bart, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. That is caught, and he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they take a knee. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
10.